Hey, what's up, guys? It's Nonstop Steph, and today I want to go over the 4 teams that I believe are the most dangerous teams going into this upcoming NBA season. Now, there's still plenty of time for a lot to change, right? Different moves, different trades, things like that. But essentially, as rosters are currently constructed at this time, these are the 4 teams that I believe will be the most dangerous in this upcoming season. Now, the key in this is I'm referencing teams like the Knicks, right? The Kings of last year. Both of those 2 teams, I don't believe you would have we're going to do half of what they did this past season, and I didn't expect that either. So those are the type of teams I'm talking about here, right? Dangerous because I don't think that any of us thought the Knicks would knock anybody off, right? I don't think that any of us thought that the Kings would knock anybody off in the playoffs, right? But again, there they were competing and doing very, very well. Those are the type of teams I'm talking about here today. The number 4 team, we're going to go 4-1. The number 4 team, in my opinion, is going to be the Brooklyn Nets. Now, the reason why is because I believe that Mikal Bridges is a bigger star than most people probably think. I think that he's going to be able to lead this team. Obviously, I want to give credit to Cam Johnson and the rest of the squad too. They're all great, don't get me wrong. But in regards to specifically Mikal Bridges, I believe he is far better. And I believe that a lot of players, when they finally are put into position to be the guy, that offseason, they go hard. Like, for example, think about when Victor Oladipo was traded to the Pacers from OKC. I mean, that offseason, after he left OKC and really had to, focus his craft, get good real fast. I mean, he did it. He got really, really good because he all of a sudden became the guy. And he credited a lot of that, development to the Thunder, the whole nine, right? The same way that Mikal Bridges is probably going to do the same to the Suns. He's going to say that the Suns helped prepare him, blah, 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 blah. But here we go. It's about to be the Mikal Bridges show over there in the Nets. And I think he's about to ball out better than what most people are going to be expecting out of the Nets. The number 3 team on my list of the most dangerous is going to be the Timberwolves. And again, all of that goes straight to the credit I have for Anthony Edwards. I think this guy is probably the biggest star in the making. I've talked about this with my guy Chris, for example, and a couple others, that when I watch Anthony Edwards, he gives me this sense of confidence and belief that I have in him that no other player does, honestly. In terms of young, youthful players, when he has that interview talking about how, name the sport, he would ball at it, whether it's baseball, whether it's tennis, hockey, he had that little interview and all that. And I know he's, again, joking, he's not going to go out there and be some hockey star, but like, he gives you that level of belief. When you watch him right now in the USA games right now, and that one dunk that he just had just off the catch, the poster. I mean, come on, man. This guy's an athletic beast. It's like I'm watching this guy and I'm like, man, if the Wolves will make a trade, and I believe that this year we might see the last of Karl-Anthony Towns. I think that he's going to be traded because, in my opinion, if you could put the right players around Anthony Edwards, because I don't think that they're built the way that they need to be built. If they could get the right guys around him, that team's going to be dangerous. That team could be very, very dangerous. I love the fact that this past year he said that he does not get swept, and then he got one. I mean, they had no business. They were going to lose. They were going to lose that series regardless. But he said, I don't get swept. I ain't going to get swept. And then they got one. I mess with that so heavily. The number 2 team on my top 4 teams that are going to be the most dangerous going into this upcoming season is going to be the Pelicans. And there's 2 reasons why. Assuming health, if Zion can come back, we know that when he's playing, they're great. We know that. We know that the talent around him is good. We know CJ McCollum's good. We know that Ingram's good. We know that all of the, they've got a squad. They're good. If that's the case, that he does come back and he plays healthy, plays a season, great. They're going to be good. However, I am on the camp of we should trade him. If I was the Pelicans organization, Pelicans fan base, I'd say we should trade him. I think you'll get good value back for him. Wait till, of course, he's played a few games, shows that he looks healthy, this, that, the other. I think you can get a lot back for him. He is very, very marketable. He is a player that will be box office, ticket sales, things like that. Owners care about that stuff. Let's just be honest. I mean, if he was going to your franchise and he's playing in your city, and he's healthy, you probably want to go see him. Just being honest. He's one of those guys that you just kind of want to see. You just have to. So in my opinion, it would not surprise me that if he is healthy and he does stay on the team, great. We'll just watch them be good. If he's healthy and they're concerned about his health, they might trade him. And if they trade him, again, I think they'll even get better. I think that this team has a lot of good building pieces. Who they would trade him for, I don't know, but every single year, heck, let's just see if Joel Embiid actually requests a trade, right? I don't know that that's enough, but who knows what they're going to want from the Pelicans. There's a number of players who every year there's a star who requests a trade that you're not expecting. We didn't think it'd be Kevin Durant, but there he went. We didn't think it'd be James Harden, but there he goes, right? Every year we see this. So let's just see who maybe wants to trade this season here. Just my own, just my thought there, right? But anyways, the number one most dangerous team, in my opinion, coming into this upcoming season is going to be the Cleveland Cavaliers. And similar to the other teams, that's based on my belief in Donovan Mitchell. There is no player that I think has impressed me as much as Donovan Mitchell did when he was going back and forth against Jamal Murray back during the bubble. The multiple, 40-point games that the two of them had. This is a first round series, right? This was something that you'd love to see that in the finals. Now, again, that was a first rounder, and again, he got eliminated. It went 7. I mean, that was a great series. If you haven't watched it, go check it out. I mean, that is a cool, fun games to watch. Jamal Murray versus Donovan Mitchell back in the bubble, amazing. But in regards to how this team is built today, I think that, again, they're very much one move away. Now, I can't pinpoint what that move would need to be because, in my opinion, when you look at the point guard position, they're good. When you look at the shooting guard position, they're good. When you look at the small forward, they're good. In regards to the two big men that they have, again, good. I don't know how you improve this team much better, but I do think that there is a move that could be made. You package maybe 2 of these guys and see what, you might be able to get. I wouldn't be surprised. I like how they are currently constructed. But as we got to see this past season, as we got to see, especially there in the playoffs, Donovan Mitchell does need a little bit more help than what he was being given, right? Now, the other thing that's going to be very beneficial for them this year is going to be, of course, time, experience, playing with each other. We can actually see them learn to be better with each other than they were probably last year. First year together, they, in my opinion, overachieved. I don't think most people expected them to do as well as they did. Probably didn't expect them to lose to the Knicks, but it is what it is, right? But again, I do see that this team is going to be very, very dangerous in the sense that if they do catch rhythm, if they do catch fire, Donovan Mitchell, if you've watched him long enough, he's given you belief just as much as he has given me belief that this dude could be dangerous. And if he gets in, I don't want my team playing him. All right, I'll just put it that way. If I was rooting for, the 76ers and I had them in a first round matchup, hey, I know that things are looking kind of bleak for the 76ers coming into this season. It might be our last hurrah, if you want to put it that way. I would not be surprised if, as it is right now, James Harden not wanting to be there, currently constructed, I could see the Sixers losing to the Cavaliers right now, just being honest, in my opinion. So I think that the Cavs are very, very dangerous coming into this upcoming season. I would hate to match up with them. With all that being said, of course, I appreciate you guys for listening in on the video. Like, subscribe. I'll be posting more of this, of course. And let me know if there's a team that you think is more dangerous than any of the 4 that I mentioned. Certainly, please do not tell me that, you think that the Lakers are the most dangerous team because they're not a sleeper. We all believe in Braun, all right? So don't do that. Nonetheless, of course, I appreciate you guys and look forward to seeing you on the next one. Peace.